Hey everybody, my name is Alex with Hake Hardware, and in this video we are going to go over how to prepare your farmer disks using diskpart, which is a command line interface tool for Windows. It's built in and you don't need to install it, which makes it a great option if you need to get your disks prepped. So I'm going to be following this wiki, which will be linked in the description of the video, and I'll switch over to Windows so that we can get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is identify the disks that you want to format. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to open up a terminal and I'm going to make sure it's admin. And then we're going to go into diskpart. So you can just do diskpart and that'll bring you into it. Then we can do list disk. Now typically this is a good way of identifying the disks if your disks are different sizes because you can just find the one that is the correct size. Unfortunately, all my disks are 128 gigabytes. Another method that I found that's helpful is to select a disk. So maybe I think the disk I want to format is disk 0, so I'll select disk 0, and then I'll list partition, and I can see that there's a system partition here, a reserved, a recovery partition. So there's a good chance that this is my operating system drive, and I happen to know that it is my operating system. So I'm not going to do anything with that drive, which means disk 1 and 2 are the disks that I want to prepare for Autonomys. So I'm going to select the first disk that I want to do. So select disk 1, and then I'm going to type clean. And what that's going to do is basically wipe everything off the disk. And then we're going to create partition primary, and that's going to create a primary partition on the disk. And I notice that I only need to select the disk once, and everything else basically, all these operations are on that disk 1. Now the next thing we're going to need to do is format the partition with the NTFS file system. So we'll do format FS for file system, NTFS, label. Now I like to label my disks farm 1, and then if I have another disk, I'll label it farm 2, and then we'll format it with the quick method. So that was pretty quick. We're all done here, and now we can assign it a letter. So I usually like to assign my disks letters starting at the bottom of the alphabet. So I'll do assign letter equals, then I'll do Z. So now we have the letter Z assigned to it. And then I have one more disk that I want to do. So I'll select disk 2, clean, create partition primary, format, file system equals NTFS, label equals farm 2, and then we'll do quick, and then assign letter equals, what is it, Y, and then we'll just hit enter. And we have the letter assigned. So now we can just verify that everything is good by opening up our folder here, going to this PC. We can see we have a Y drive and a Z drive, and they are blank and ready to go. So these can now be connected to your Autonomys Farmer, or if you're running Space Acres, you can connect it to Space Acres. All right, that's it for this guide. Hopefully it was helpful. If it was, feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one.